We are here today with Luke McGuire. Luke, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, mate. It's good to be here again. It's nice that it's not been years like last time we chatted. So I appreciate it.
Well, it hasn't been years, but I know it's actually been a year that you've actually been working on the software we're going to be talking about today. You've been
Mm.
working on it for a very long time. You've been putting a lot of effort into it as normal, and I'm really excited to chat with you about it. Now, this one is going to be about advertising. It's going to be about running ads. It's going to be about creating them using the power of AI in a very different way than what people are used to. And I'm going to go ahead and
Mhm.
read off the headline here for this. It says, one platform, eight ad networks, AI driven. Let AdvertMate's AI build winning ads across every platform so you can focus on profits, not the process. So, bring us into this. What's this all about, and why should we be excited?
Yeah, for sure. So uh, this was something that it's taken a year to build, and originally uh, this concept came from years ago. I released a software. It was called Advert Suite, which
Mhm.
basically would find all these winning ads in the world, and it was the biggest ad library of ads for Facebook, Instagram, Google, and YouTube. And through that process. There was a I noticed there was a couple of things that customers just wished they could do. Which what the first being like, when you start advertising, you have to sign up to all these different, I guess, ad platforms. And more recently, especially in the past year or so, a lot of other platforms have been introducing paid ads. So, like, we had Reddit that just introduced ads maybe 2 months ago. Telegram has just introduced paid ads. Um, LinkedIn ads are becoming a lot more
Mm.
popular now. So there's all these different platforms that all have their own reasons or reasons why why they're better places to promote for certain audiences. And it's quite cool because it's made ads. It's not just Meta anymore or Google being the main two places that could dictate everything. There's now
That
some
was the thing for a
competition.
while. I remember it being like it was either Facebook ads or Google ads for the longest time.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And now there's some competition which works really, really well for us as, I guess, as customers of these products, because paid ads it still is the number one traffic method in the world, because there's no other way you can get guaranteed same day of your targeted traffic to your actual offers, and be able to actually track that. It's insane, and it's getting more and more targeted. And I guess with AI now being something that's everywhere, it's now made its way into the advertising world as well. So this is when I started building this. I wanted to create a tool where I could basically have one place where I could create all my ads for all these different platforms, so I didn't have to have 8 or 9 different tabs open of all these different advertising platforms that I'd have to figure out how to use, and have to then open them all up with all this reporting. And because for me, I'm not someone that likes going into reports and looking at these Excel style documents, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And, you know, so I wanted to create one place where we could essentially link to all these different platforms, get approved by all these platforms to allow us to do that, which was an absolute mission in itself to do. But then have a place where I could then look at the results overall and figure out where my ads are performing best, and where they're not. So that's where it started. But then with this whole change in the AI space and the insane advancements of how quick that's come on
Yeah.
into the space, I said, why don't we just have a look at solving the other key objection that I've had my audience, and I think everyone that that is thinks of paid ads, and then they think, okay, well, um, it's either going to be something that, like, I don't know how to run paid ads. It's an investment that I don't want to lose money, um, like testing ads and whatnot. Because in the past, you would think that when you spend money, some ads are going to work, some ads are not going to work, right? And or people have tried ads through an agency, and then they've usually been burnt, and they don't get the results that they think they would, because these agencies would take this giant service fee that in most cases, it would be better have been better off putting that service fee into ads yourself and giving it a go. But because there's been massive changes in the past couple of years with paid ads, and again, like I said, the competition and AI now helping you find your audience and ensure your ads are getting actual results. The average person now that runs paid ads, it's a 2 to 1 return on investment on average. So if every dollar spent, they're making $2 in return on average. So
The people
uh,
that know what they're
it,
doing are making that money back. And in general, most people, like you said, most people that get started, they have no
mhm,
idea what they're doing. They have no idea how to write an ad. They don't have any idea how to like even use some of these platforms at all.
exactly,
You address
exactly
that.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I guess with that, I wanted to figure out, okay, if people don't know how to write sales copy, if people don't know what ads to choose, because there's so many different variants of what ad you should be doing or shouldn't be doing, depending on your goal, if you're trying to make sales or get a big reach or trying to get brand awareness or trying to get app downloads. It's this whole world of different options. But I guess that the main goal that these different platforms have now realized is they need to get you results, because if they don't get you results, then they don't make money, right? So
that's true.
there's this AI push of finding your exact audience and finding it quick that they've implemented, which is so much easier. Like years ago, you probably remember, people would advertise in on down to like what star sign you are and what moon cycle you were born in and what your friend's cousin's dog was, that you could target these
Yeah.
insane niche, which is now that's like the complete wrong thing to do. So a lot's changed in the space, and I wanted to create a tool that you could just say, no, I don't want to even have to figure out all these things, and I want AI to tell me what ad to write, what ad to run, on what platform, and what's going to get me the best results, and I want it to write the actual ad, from a really high sales conversion perspective, and I want it to then design. I'll choose imagery, and I want it to then choose the audience, and I want it to then go out and post the ad to all these platforms. So I don't need to have 8 different tabs open. And then I want it to optimize it ongoing. So I don't even need to figure out like what ads are performing the best. And I can have it just, split test all the ads, put the money where it's meant to be. That's going to get me the best results, and just be kind of hands off, almost like having your own AI ad agency, but instead of having to pay all these staff, you just get it done for you with AI.
No, that's really cool. Now you mentioned a few things there. One is the fact that you kind of don't really need to understand the, how ads work when you, from
Hmm.
what it sounds like when you're doing this. You don't need to be a Dan Kennedy, a copywriting genius when it comes to this.
Hmm.
You don't need to necessarily understand how all these platforms work. 'Cause, I mean, you're talking about all these different ad platforms, and I remember back in the day when you would just have like one guy that was like the Facebook ads guy, one guy that was like the Google
Hmm.
guy, and a LinkedIn guy, and it's and you either have to really zone in or like focus on that one ad platform to really get good at it, but then you miss out on the traffic on these other places. With this, you can
Hmm.
actually tap into all those different traffic sources. And another thing you mentioned, which I think is brilliant, the whole thing about having your own ad agency and being
Hmm.
able to provide this as a service to people, even if you don't necessarily have your own product or service that you want to sell yourself. You could be that problem solver, the one that comes into a local business or even some kind of an online business, and you can say to them, look, I can get you really cheap targeted traffic, I can get you leads, I can get you sales, and
Hmm.
they don't necessarily need to even, I guess, know what you're doing, and you
Hmm.
can provide that. It sounds like you can provide that as a service with this.
Exactly right. You can definitely provide this as a service, and it's a really great way if you don't have your own business offering yet, to be able to do this for local businesses and give them. You can give them essentially, if you wanted to, the software with their own logins that they could even run their ads themselves if you didn't want
Oh,
to
cool.
run the ads for them as well. So you got multiple angles of how you could do that here too.
Luke, before we get any deeper into this, I just want people to know we're recording this before you guys go live with this. But I know you're doing a special pre-launch webinar before you guys go live. Just tell us quickly a little bit about that, and then we're going to jump into a little bit of a demo preview. But for people that are going to want to dig in more to it, why should they come to that webinar? What's the deal with that?
For sure. So a few reasons. The first is we're basically going to give you some ad credit from multiple social networks actually. So you can come in and even grab that, and whether you pick up AdvertMate or not, you're going to be able to then use that. To implement what we're going to be teaching, but ideally, we hope you join AdvertMate, especially because the investment is like a couple of pizzas, right? It's not a huge investment for how much you're getting, but we're going to be then running through how ads work in 2025, but then also just show you how to be completely hands off, show you how, on average, people are getting 4x, 5x returns for half the price of what the average ad cost is, and how it's just done for you in a complete hands off way. We've also, when you opt in for this, I'm giving you a 3-part video series as well, showing you how I've done this to then like essentially different goals that you can use ads. Like I use TikTok ads, which is not like it's about a 10 times you get greater reach, a 10 times greater reach than Facebook ads when you run TikTok ads. And I showed everyone how to essentially build vanity likes. I did a post, and it got 10,000 likes on TikTok. It's a totally different world, these different platforms. And I really want to showcase that these different platforms really have their own specific purpose. And it's going to be a completely new look at the advertising space because it has changed dramatically since AI. And I want to give you guys the complete hands-off method. This is the only tool that does this in the world. There's no tool that does a complete, from choosing the type of ad to allowing you to build it out to then having it be completely automated, posted, and optimized. Most AI tools out there will kind of tell you how to write ads and tell you how to do a few different things, but there's nothing like this as well. But also, just by joining the webinar, we've built out a GPT, which is, I guess, your own AI that we're giving you guys, giving for free to you guys. I really want to over deliver on this, where I've taken 10 years of my sales video scripts, my sales copy scripts, because I write all my sales copy, and I've done $14 million on JV Zoo with these actual copies over 10 launches. So I've trained it on how I write sales copy, and I'm giving that to you guys, which you can use it for anything in the future: emails, sales pages, ads. Again, we'd
Are you
hope you
giving that
down
away
then.
just for signing up for the webinar? Is that
But just for signing up to the webinar.
okay? So
So
you don't
it's
even
a
have to,
it's
you
a
don't even have
really
to buy it if you don't want to. It's just you get that as a free gift for signing up.
you get that, because again, I really feel that by over delivering with that, because you would then still have to then go into all these different ads managers if you were ever going to use it for that.
Mm.
But I love over delivering, and I want to then. We've also trained our AI on my way of selling, but also we've gone over 6 billion ads that we've studied, that our AI studied, and it also learns of winning ads every single day, and then we'll adapt to what different trends are and what's working in the marketplace now. So it's a lot more. It's even more advanced inside of AdvertMate, but I wanted to give that as just as a reason to come onto the webinar, just so you can really see. And again, if I'm giving away that for free, imagine what you're going to see when we really go into what AdvertMate can do. And again, there's the next part of advertising is you need to then have some type of offer. And if you're building the agency out, why not let this extra GPT that we've built for you guys write out all your emails for that, write out any agency pages that you have, or even write out any extra client work you might do for these agencies, because it just works. So yeah, we're adding that
Cool.
in too.
Cool, guys. Go ahead and like Luke said, even if you're not going to buy, at least you can get a free software. So go ahead and
Yeah.
click that link below. You can sign up for the pre-launch webinar, which is going to be at 8 a.m. Eastern. You guys, there. If you're in the States, you're going to be up a little bit early. If you're on the East Coast, 8 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday, the 21st. So you can sign up for that. If you're watching this after, then it might already be open. Well, we'll see. But Luke, give us a little
Mhm.
bit of a sneak preview. And let's,
Yeah,
if you want to share your screen, just kind of give us a
that
peek
sounds good.
inside at what they're going to be seeing on that webinar.
For sure. Let me just grab the page here. Um, where are we? Let me just go here. Let me pull this open for you real quick. I'll maybe go. Yeah. So let me know if you can see the screen right now.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and we should be good. We can see your screen.
Cool. And AdvertMate should be up here.
Yep.
It should just be the tab, not my entire screen. Hopefully.
Yeah, we can
Uh,
see. I can see your if it's what is it, Chrome or something here. I can see
yeah.
all
Yeah.
the tabs and everything at the top.
Perfect. Perfect. So I'm just going to share a little bit with you guys here, but I want to share with you uh, at least the first two steps, or maybe first three little steps here of how this works. And again, the first part is down below these different platforms. So we integrate with Google, Facebook, Instagram, Bing, TikTok, LinkedIn. And then under some of these platforms, like the Meta ones versions here, we have WhatsApp ads, we have Messenger ads, and we're constantly adding new platforms in here as well. But these are the different options we have right now. So multiple social media ads, and then multiple search engine ads again. There's different reasons to use different ones, and we'll cover some of those on the webinar as well. But let's just say we wanted to create an ad for describe your product, business, or brand. I'll just do a random example like I am wanting to start a, let's use the agency example,
Okay.
saying a marketing agency where I offer uh, paid ads service to local businesses uh, in the I might even choose a field here just to get really
Okay.
targeted in the plastic surgeon niche. Um, we and then I might even leave it at that for now. What's the goal? We might say we want to create sign-ups for our advertising service to create sales, and we also want to create brand awareness of being the go-to marketing company for surgeons. Then I'll generate the ad. So this is
That's all
essentially,
you need. That's really. I mean, that's not a lot to put in there. That's quite a little
yeah,
bit.
you can, yeah, you can be completely, you can even go more generic than that. But then here as well, this page here will then actually let you beef it up if you want. If
Okay.
you want to beef it up a little bit more by hitting this generate button, it'll give recommendations if you want to get uh, more deep. So I might even do something here. I might even say my company is called uh, Plastic Marketing um, for You or something. I don't know. And then I'll regenerate that. And then it'll use this information then to build your ad out. But if I scroll down here, it will then give me the ad ideas or the recommended ads that it suggests to build out a successful campaign and to get the best results from this. So you can see here it says Facebook lead ads via video, LinkedIn engagement ads, and LinkedIn traffic ads. Now that's not surprising because LinkedIn you can actually target professionals, you can target surgeons directly, and you can do that on Facebook as well. But again, LinkedIn it's a completely different experience. Why people are using LinkedIn versus why people are using Facebook. One thing I
Sure.
should just mention here is
Most people aren't on Facebook to get a job.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah, and I guess the other part of this as well is say you didn't say you were good like quite experienced with with advertising.
Hmm.
You can actually just go into the advertise tab up here. You can see all the different ad types, so you can just select which one you want. Same as if I clicked view all here, which I might even just do quickly to show you a quick example. It'll show you all the other ad types that we can run from all the different platforms, right?
Yeah,
So.
like each platform's gonna have a different type of ad. They've got different limits on
Mhm,
text. They've got different limits on images and image sizes.
mhm,
I mean, it gets like the call to actions that you want to have on different platforms probably change.
mhm.
I mean, it's a lot
Exactly.
to do.
It's a lot, yeah, and that's why I wanted to remove the need to really even know any of that. So let's just go ahead quickly clean Facebook lead ads, and it's going to build out a generic or like a generic example for us here. It'll write our sales copy. It'll write the headline. It'll write the body text, the call to action button. It'll choose a generic image at least to start with, and then here we go. Are you a plastic surgeon looking to expand your patient base? Look no further than Plastic Marketing for You. Our specialized marketing service are designed to put your practice in front of those who need it most. With targeted paid ads, we ensure your expertise is, and then you can expand it when the ads
Mhm.
there. Unlock the power of precision marketing for surgeons. Let's go continue. Here, I just create the ad title, Plastic One, and then the project, we're going to call it Plastic One as well. And then we create a project title, which again, this just means when I create other ads, I can
Mhm.
put them under the same project, and then AdvertMate can split test them against the same social platform or the search engine, and then again across the board. On it'll figure out what ads are performing the best across every social network that you're running it on or search engine, and then optimize to where you're only spending money on the places that are working the best.
Wait, wait,
So
wait. So
now we're in here. Yeah.
it will run the ads on multiple platforms, and it will compare the results, and it it kind of
Yes.
has all that information all in one place.
Exactly right. So it'll then
Okay.
it'll so yeah, you can optimize the ads from the actual social network or search engine that you're on. So say I run Facebook ads here, we're going to split test maybe 10 different ads from what we'll
Mhm.
create here with this one page. We'll create maybe, and I'll share this in a second, but then it'll optimize ads based on these ads we create now. And then it will also, if you add in other platforms, it will optimize across the board. On comparing what the best results you're getting on, say, Facebook versus LinkedIn versus Google, and then it would adjust your ad spend according to the results you're getting. So you're not only getting the best results per platform, you're getting the best results as an entire marketing, I guess, campaign.
Incredible.
Um, yeah, so it's pretty cool. So now that we're in here, it's giving us the suggestions of who to target. I can then jump into the ad targets, and again, this is very similar to the Facebook Ads Manager. If you've been in it before, we've rebuilt it to be quite similar. And again, we could type in interests, which might be plastic.
Well, I like how it
Uh,
suggests. Look, the AI suggestion for target audience, interest, plastic surgery. I mean, it's already starting to do that kind of stuff. That might seem, for some people, it might seem obvious, but others, I mean,
mhm.
it's hard. Trying to learn all these different platforms, it's hard to do, and you've
Mhm.
made it really easy.
Yeah, really, really easy. So you can start to select your niches, or your interests, and then your behaviors as well. So you can target people based on behavior, and like things like what if they're using a mobile or not, if they're what they do online, if they've made purchases recently online. So many things you can use here, and again, it'll tell you who to target up the top here as
Mhm.
well. So you then put in a country, or you can even go down to a city level. But let's just put in Australia. And then United States. But again, this is where if you're doing local marketing, you would just choose the local area, right? So I should have just done that. But for
You can just
example's
go down
sake,
and
we've
do. You
got
can
that
do like
going.
you can go down to like the city level, or
Yeah.
yeah,
So I live on the Gold Coast here in Australia, so I would target that. But because I've done a larger audience, let me click
it's
out
already
of
in there. Yeah.
let me click out of this, and then I can do like Hollywood or whatever. Um, So yeah, you can go down to a city level, and then here we can go down and we can choose the platforms. Again, it's suggested Facebook, so we'll just leave it as Facebook.
Okay.
And Messenger is a part of Facebook. Here, you can choose different languages. You can then exclude people. It then sets the age group already automatically of what it suggests we target. So 35 to 55, and again, it does the research of who the best audience would be for that goal.
That's
Um,
the AI working for you there. They're
that's
saying that that's
yeah,
going to be your best audience.
Exactly. And then when we go over to say LinkedIn ads, then that's when it would where you would enter the different job titles. So everything's built in a similar way to this. We've tried to keep the ads manager flow very similar. That they're not that they don't look like entirely different tools as if you went to these different platforms
Mm.
directly. So um, yeah, so we got that, and then here's a cool part. This is where we you put your headlines in and your body text. Now you can see here we've got two versions right now. So this will split test these two different headlines. We can then add more as well, and basically the more you add, it'll split test every headline with every primary text with every description. So you'll be creating multiple ads right out the gate. You can add more, and then have the AI build out different voices and different styles of ad copy here based on. So if I wanted a creative um, but localized type of sales copy, I could do that. The target audience here would be plastic surgeons, for example, and we would generate, and it'll then create this option here. And then you can see on the right, if I then say change this, it would change that text down the bottom here. If I did that with the headline, you can have a look at the top section here. If I went and then, oh, sorry, this section here and the primary text. Yeah, so
Oh,
it all changes in real time here. And you can, again, delete, change things around. And this is where we down here we can then add in the budget, video or image. And again, I'll quickly show this as a last point here. Say you were choosing images here or video. Right now we've got it set to video, but I could change it over to image. And we can go here. We can then choose between uploads that we might want to do ourselves. Most local businesses will have their own I guess photos of their company and their logos and stuff like that. But say I wanted to design something here, in some of our upgrades, we got like say the generate with AI section where we could say create me marketing image for my ads agency focused on uh, plastic surgeons who need paid ads, who need a paid ads service. Uh, and then you can choose what type of preset you want, which is just going to give you, like, say you wanted to do a pop art style one
mm,
versus a cinematic style. Like, just you might have seen this if you've done anything with AI before.
mhm.
You could then just choose this, generate it, and it'll start to then create these different variations, which we can then take from here, put into our inbuilt image editor. It's kind of like a Canvas style uh, image editor, and we've even got a template suite in here as well, which you can then add this imagery, edit things around, and you can see it's creating different.
Oh, that's cool. And this is part of
Okay,
one of
yeah,
your upgrades, just to be clear.
this part here is a part of one of the upgrades. We basically, if you're like me, seeing heaps of different upsells can be quite frustrating. So what we've done is we've bundled a bunch of these really cool additions, because again, you can use our royalty free images. You can upload your own images.
Mm.
That's all on the front end. Every platform is in the front end for ads. But we've got a few, I guess, extra tools that can just make things a bit easier and give you the best results possible. If you wanted to then uh, create this type of AI imagery or add in a few more split tests. So with the front end, you have like 2 split test options that you can use. You'll get 5 with this bundled upgrade. So we bundled every single additional software option into one upgrade. That's it, and you're good to go from there. So yeah, we could select this ad, save that, and then it'll come down here. We can get rid of that original one, and there we go. We've got it here. I can see there's one little spelling mistake here, which we could then change in the ad, in
Sometimes
the
AI
image.
seems to do that. Sometimes they
Yeah,
mess up spelling. I don't know why they do that in images, but
I
I've seen
know.
that before.
It's getting better though.
Yeah.
It's getting better. Just like they used to mess up hands. Hands
Yeah.
were a really weird thing that you would look at, right? So now that's it. Then you would go publish ad. It would then create multiple variations for with all these headlines, primary text, and descriptions, and then they're up and running. And that's how easy it is to get your ads going. And these perform well. And so finally, you can do that, and you just rinse and repeat that with other platforms. If I wanted to then target this towards a different audience, I could duplicate this ad, come back in here. All I would need to do is choose a different audience here. We're adding in a new feature actually within in the next week or two that's going to give you a list of all the different types of audiences that you might want to target. So you could say targeting surgeons, husbands, or wives, right? So and you could run the ads to them, so they could go, hey babe, to their partner, have you seen this? This is what you need
That's
to
kind
get
of
more.
smart. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah. So there's lots of different things you can do. Another good one is with like different weight. Like if someone's promoting an affiliate marketing product on weight loss, say it was the keto diet, you could target, say, recently engaged women that are probably looking to get fit, but and as well target someone that like men that are really trying to start their New Year's resolution. So it'll give you these different options and where you can sell the same thing but target niche specific audiences for these different offerings. So
Very cool.
and it'll tell you all on exactly who to target, and it'll change the copy for them. So again, it's completely, your brain can be left fresh without having to figure out all these different things and try to split test and everything like
No,
that.
you can focus on your business, whether it's running your business or if you are going to be using this as a tool to run traffic for other businesses and sell that as a
Mm-hmm.
service. I mean, you can essentially sell people traffic, especially if you're able to get it very, very cheap because you have high
Mm-hmm.
converting ads and you're able to run that. You're going to be able to do the job that in the past was only done by big agencies. Now you can
Mm-hmm.
actually do that on your own. So this is super powerful. Luke, is there anything else that you wanted to show us inside of here? I know I'm not going to make you show everything here because I know uh, that people are going to see all of this on the call. Anything else you want to show
Mm-hmm.
us before we start talking about? You kind of touched on it a little bit, the sales funnel, but I wanted to go into that a little bit deeper before we wrap it up.
Yeah. No, I'm happy to jump into the sales funnel right now. I'll leave it for the webinar because I'd rather show you guys the results of different things on the actual training. I
Okay.
want to show you how we can then enable the optimizing, and how that optimization works over. Actually, I was about to say it. So you'll see how the optimization works on that training. I can click on this, for example, show you the different templates. This is in the first upgrade as well. When I was mentioning the bundled um, upgrade, we've got these different, every single month, we're adding in new templates here where, again, any of this can be completely re-edited. And say that you didn't want dogs, say you wanted to add in a surgery image, you could take the dogs out, chuck your surgery image in that we generated with AI. We could generate new AI images for these different templates. And again, these have been built out after looking at some of the best performing ads in different niches. And again, it's all literally drag and drop, no code needed. So this is our template suite, which is again in that bundled first upgrade that we have.
I want to make sure you guys
The other,
understand he's not doing he's using the word bundle here, and
yeah, sorry, yeah,
there's no bundle on this launch. Is in the fact that there's not like a sales page with a lower
entire.
price and then a bundle of everything. What's going to happen is it's going to start off, of course, at a lower price here. I think you're starting around 47 ish.
Mm-hmm.
Am I correct?
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
so
And
starting
that's a
around
one time.
47, and then you're going to be going up throughout the launch period.
Mm-hmm.
And for the bundle, it's the first upgrade is a bundle of a bunch of stuff. So he's got AI tools, he's got the templates in there. Um, in that, I think you have the editing tool also
Mm-hmm.
in there as that kind of
Mm-hmm.
like that bundle. I think we've also heard the term like a fast pass type thing as well as what people have called it before. But I mean, you can't. But I think if they don't get that, it's a full upgrade. If they can't just go and not say no to it and buy everything separately. Correct? It's either you
Yeah,
buy this or you don't.
yeah. So that's essentially going to be it. We were thinking about we're chucking in one downsell, which will then allow you to have potentially, if you just want, say, the image editor or the template suite and the image editor, or the AI extras, but again, it'll be $10 cheaper. And we might, I think we're actually doing that as an option. So
Okay.
you can have the option to have either the template suite with the image editor that we have here in the design tool with the as one option, or you could have the AI, which is the split tests and the split test text generation, the AI image generation, and then the cross-platform optimization. In the front end, it'll optimize per platform, but for the if you want to optimize across every single platform, that is in that first upgrade there as well. And again, to get started with that, it's $47 as well. It's not like it's some giant. Like when I use the word bundle, you're probably thinking $297, $497 as like a bundled offer for a launch. It's not. We're not doing it that way. We're trying to keep the prices as affordable and as low as possible, and ensuring we can cover our expenses our side, because with AI, there's a lot of there is recurring costs for us. And again, we're building a software even for that we're wanting to be around for many years to come. The closest thing we can find online, they're charging $297 a month, and they post ads to a handful of ad networks, but they don't do anything with AI. So it's an absolute steal having the front end with all of those platforms. And what we're doing in Launch Rig as well, we're giving a 3-for-1 account. So you can add in three different Instagram accounts, three different Facebook accounts, three different TikTok accounts, all in the front end. And after launch, it's going to be only one, but we have a $9 order bump on that front end product, which means you can just add in unlimited Instagram pages, Facebook
Okay.
pages, again, all the social networks. You can add in unlimited of those for a $9 upgrade. So when you hit the buy button, there'll be a little box you can check to have it go to unlimited. And we recommend doing that because,
Only
especially
nine
if you're doing
bucks to add
agency
that
work,
on.
it's $9.
Okay.
$9. I think it's $9 something. Yeah. It's
Okay.
under
Cool.
$10.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you've got okay, the front end offer, you've got this OTO one that has all these different tools and the template club in it. You also have a
Mhm.
VIP training.
Yeah, so we got a VIP training. I guess it's like a masterclass type webinar series. So one of the key things I find with any software is the software is only as good as how you can implement it, right? So, and I'm really passionate about doing webinars for my audience to really help you guys understand how you can use it in multiple different ways, but essentially the ways that are going to make you money the quickest. And with paid ads, because you can get instant traffic. Um, all you need to do, every online business is simply an offer and a traffic source. So there's multiple different offers we can do, whether it's affiliate marketing, local marketing, offline marketing, e-commerce. There's all these different ways. You can do print on demand. There's all these different ways you can make money online, but tying in the right traffic source to the right offer is the key part. And I wanted on this series, it's an 8-part webinar series, which is again about 2 months, and it's $67 to to be a part of that. So it works out to be like, I don't know, a couple of dollars a webinar. But that's going to be a place where I can work with you. I can help you with your agencies. I can get you. It's a lot more intimate, so you get a lot more time with me. I stay on these webinars as well to the very, very, very last person has asked every question possible. And I now do probably 3 webinars a week actually, where
Oh,
for different audiences, because I just love helping people. So you'll know you're not going to be left behind. You're going to be working with me, my business partner. In some of my projects, he's also run an ad agency which has done tens of millions of dollars in ad spend as well. So you'll be able to see some really cool things. And it's not something where you get pitched to offers, right? You don't get pitched offers every single like webinar or even any of these webinars on this VIP series. It's just purely training to help you get results the fastest way possible, while looking at different options of how you can say, okay, this is an offer, that can be pretty hands off. If not totally hands off, like an affiliate marketing type product. And here is a traffic source. We're going to link them together, let them run, and let's try to make some money online doing that.
so you're gonna do like real case study type stuff too.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
fun. Okay, I like that. Okay, so you've got that. That's an optional upgrade, and then you've got
Mhm.
one more, which I'm the most excited about. I know
Mhm.
you've done similar things to this before. Tell us about the white
Yeah.
label.
So yeah, our white label, it's a proper white label. So what I mean by that is you literally can change out the domain. You can put your own domain name in there if you want to. But what happens is it's essentially giving you AdvertMate as if it's your product that you've built, and because you can take out our logo, put your logo in. You can take out the domain, put any domain you put in, you want it to be called, but we host it, we do all the upgrades. You don't have to do anything like that. You don't have any ongoing expenses, and all you do is you get license keys that you can then create, and create different licenses for clients, and you can sell this for whatever you want, and you could give it away if you wanted to. You can sell it, give it away, rent it out, revoke licenses, all as if you've built this product. So when you go to any local business, and you could say to them, look, you've created this tool called, I don't know, AdMaster Surgeons, or whatever you wanted to call it.
Yeah.
Um, you could then have that branded as if you built it, and you can even just sell a license to a local business, show them once how they can create their ads for their own business, and you don't even have to do any type of advertising, because you've given someone the ultimate tool for them to do it themselves, which is going to save them even more money, and you just rent it out to them or sell them a yearly license for it. And for surgeons and lawyers and high ticket, or like certain, I guess, customers, or certain job uh, industries, spending $1,000 like a month is nothing for them. If they do like
Especially, yeah,
one,
if you target those type of businesses, sure.
yeah, and the thing is as well, it's interesting. Like there's so many businesses that have are such high income businesses that are just so weird, and you can discover these through AI, through Chat GPT, through these different places, which we're going to cover on that VIP training series. How to find these high paying or high income earning businesses that have a low competition, and when you can show them ads in their specific niche, especially if they're a weird or an obscure type of industry. It can really wow them, and ads sell themselves. It's not like you're trying to sell them on some, I guess, some random method of, I don't know, like like cold traffic um, from some online database
Yeah.
buying place where you mass call or mass whatever it is, right? Ads are proven when they work. Most people have had those objections that we all have had at some point, and when you can show them how they can get rid of all of those and have it as a set and forget way where they're in control, but they're in control of knowing that AI is doing the work, and AI has a proven track record, and that you can show them this, it's just a no brainer for them. And it's important as well if you're doing an agency, to pick up this white label, because it allows you to create different, I guess, different logins, or different, I guess, what we've called them here. I may as well just show you it here quickly.
Sure.
Um, in our account settings, if my internet wants to load, we've called it workplaces. So workspaces here. So you can literally create different workspaces for different, for your different clients that you have here, and down here in white label as well. This is where you can come in. You can add in your different domain names. You can add in your titles. You can your SEO stuff, your logos, your favicon, which is a little icon up here.
Will they still
You can,
know that this came from AdvertMate, or will all that branding be removed?
yeah, all the branding is removed, and their branding is added in.
Okay.
So you can see you'll add in your logo here, and it'll then create them at their own login page with their actual branding in it, with their domain
Okay.
that you can set up here as well. So it's that simple to do. It's uh, and then they're good to go from there. And then you can add in team members. So if you are wanting to go on Upwork or something like that, you could hire a VA that could come in and do this work for you in terms of onboarding uh, local businesses for you.
For the team
So you don't
member
even have to.
access, do you need to have the white label license to be able to add team members in?
Yeah, so like if you're doing this with clients,
Hmm.
with other people's, I guess, with their workspaces, because the thing with workspaces with paid ads, you're like, unless every single client that you have is going to use your actual bank card, because on every Facebook account, or say a Meta Ads Manager, it'll be linked to one credit card. So
Mhm.
yours as the agency you could use, which means you need to invoice the company for the ad spend in advance. But a lot of businesses like to use their credit card so
Yeah.
they can have it linked to their actual, I guess, business expenses, in that way, where they can track their ad spend on their credit cards, and rather than trusting that an agency's
Yep.
actually spending the right money on it, right? So to do that, you need to have multiple workspaces where the client can then have their add their accounts to it. So it'll basically make as many of these different logins, and again with your logo. But if we go back to dashboard here, the client would get their own one of these pages without my picture here, and it'll have these different platforms down the bottom here, which is all they need to do is go to integration, and then they can click on this one step integration, which will then connect their actual ads manager to this specific workplace for that client.
So it
So
definitely makes
that
much more sense if you're going to be providing this as a service for clients. You're going to want to get the white label because they're going to be able to
yeah,
connect their accounts to it, their bank, their accounts and everything. It just, from what I understand.
exactly right, exactly right. And the cool thing with this is you can literally sell one license key, and you've made your investment back on it. It's like, for 1 month you can do that, and you'll make your investment back on it. It's a just such a high value tool that solves so many problems, that gives you, if you can go to any business and say, look, I'm going to give you your own AI agency, uh, it just absolutely will blow their mind when they can see it working. And you can then go on and add in other things like, there's been a lot of AI call centers that have been opening up,
Mhm.
doing outbound sales calls. So you could implement one of those and then have it sell a tool like this. It's you go as big as you want, but the main goal for me is getting you results first. There's no point even looking at other things until you've got some sort of result doing one thing with one traffic source, uh, and then you can start to look at other things. And that's what I love to do, is help people stay focused on that one, getting their first win, and then you can look at other ways to scale up from there.
Very cool. I'm going to bring you back to
Mm.
me, Luke. Uh,
Yeah.
anything else? Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you want to mention before we wrap it up?
I guess the last part of it is that I've done this before, but on our we've got a guarantee. So obviously the normal refund guarantee, I think it's important to share guarantees if anyone's sitting on the fence. We've got our normal guarantee, but then we've also got our 60-day double money back guarantee, where if you come in, you use AdvertMate, you work with me, my support team, you implement our trainings, our webinar sessions, and you don't get any results after 60 days, I'll double your investment back to you. If you get no results, that's how sure we are you are going to get results from AdvertMate. So it makes it a risk not to try. You don't see many people offer something like that. So uh, again, it's in your court. If you think you can click a few buttons and let AdvertMate do the rest, come in and give it a go, and take me up on my challenge.
Luke, again, thank you
Mhm.
so much for coming on the show today and best of luck with your launch.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it so much. And thank you, everyone, for watching this. I'm excited to work with you very soon.